Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and this movie came out in 2019, and I missed this movie while it was in theaters, and I never actually watched a MonsterVerse movie past Kong Skull Island, so I decided to just make up for that now because they were both on Netflix, the two that I hadn't seen yet, so I watched them, and this one wasn't great, unfortunately. And it was basically just a worse version of Godzilla from 2014. And while it did have some moments that I did enjoy, I liked the monster fights. I thought that they were fun, and this movie I think is the longest out of all of the movies in the MonsterVerse, and it's just more of everything. More humans talking and more monster fights, and yeah, I like that we got more monster fights, or like more screen time with monsters, and that was the best part of the movie, and most of the movie was not that, unfortunately. It was just a lot of boring characters that I don't care about. I didn't really like Millie Bobby Brown in this movie. I found her to be kind of annoying, and Vera Farmiga, she's fine in it, and the villain of the movie, like the human villain, was hilarious to me, like unintentionally funny. I didn't really care about the characters all too much. I'll give this movie some credit at the very least. I wasn't really bored, somehow. For a movie that's over 2 hours long, I wasn't really bored for most of it. So that's something I can give this movie credit for. And as far as the director goes, Michael, I'm probably going to mispronounce his last name, Doder or something. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I've never seen any of his movies before. He directed a movie called Trick or Treat, which I haven't seen yet, which I hear is good, and that's on my watch list. And he also directed Krampus, which I haven't seen yet, but I heard wasn't very good. So I'm excited to see Trick or Treat, because I heard good things about it. But in this one, I wouldn't say it was a better shot film than the 2014 film by Gareth Edwards. Like, there wasn't too much in this movie, like, visually speaking, that stood out to me, like, that is gonna stick with me, aside from, like, the monster fights. And there were little moments where it did kind of have, like, some old Godzilla music, I think, in it. Like, in the early, like, really early movies. I'm pretty sure that's where it was from, and they just use like their own theme with that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, and it was different, and I wasn't expecting that. The special effects in this movie didn't really pull me out of the movie for the most part. I thought they held up pretty well, and I could believe that I was watching Godzilla fight, and there were some things that this movie did that was moderately interesting to me. But one thing that stood out to me as kind of weird was that this movie is kind of weirdly political, and I just don't feel as though it fits in this movie. Like, you come here to see monster fights, not political talk about what if Godzilla existed in our world, what would we do with him? Kill him, or just let him do his own thing? And there's like 15-20 minutes dedicated to conversations like that, and it's kind of annoying. So that could have been taken out, and you wouldn't really lose anything. And that's about all I have to say about Godzilla King of the Monsters. I wasn't really hooked to the story, but I wasn't really that bored by it, and I loved the kaiju fights. They were very entertaining and fun to watch, even if I don't care about the characters too much. I'm at least interested to see what they do with the monster fights, and those were entertaining for me. And that was the best part of the movie, and most of the movie is just characters talking and just being boring and stupid. Or funny, like unintentionally funny, and that's the whole movie, so not really a whole lot to say about this movie. Not the worst thing ever, but kind of a step down from both Gareth Edwards' Godzilla from 2014 and Kong Skull Island from what I can remember. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Godzilla, King of the Monsters a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Godzilla vs. Kong. I already mentioned that in my previous video, but I'm just going to finish these up so I can just get them out of the way. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.